Scene change. We see that the girl had abandoned our hero and left him behind. Now all these people are passing through the forest. The leader of the group turns to Loki and asks, "Tell me, were you just passing through?" Loki replies, "Yes, I was just passing by, and I saw you were in trouble." The man says, "Oh, is that so? Also, you don't speak our language." Loki answers, "No, I don't know your language at all." After hearing this, the man thinks to himself that this is really strange. Everyone here speaks with each other perfectly. There's no trouble between them in language. Then the man asks Loki, "Are you really sure? Can we keep the whole body of that monster and its horns?" Loki tells him, "Yes, you can keep them." The girl is still thinking about Loki. She's wondering how he killed the two-horned beast with a single attack. She finds it impossible. She remembers that Loki didn't use any skill at that time. When she used her skill on it, her skill didn't work at all. My detection skill didn't even have the faintest effect. Every time it showed error. The monster's body had the power of an adapted player, but the mana inside it was extremely low. It seemed as if it had never used mana before. I really can't understand anything about this person. Thinking all this, the girl speaks to Loki again. "I want to ask you something. Your chaos, is it possible that there's an adapted player who could alone defeat a two-horned beast, and you did it so easily? So I really want to know, who are you, and where did you come from?" Doggy keeps staring at her and asks, "Chaos? What kind of place is chaos?" This time the girl gets very angry and says, "Are you making fun of me? Loki, I'm serious." Loki answers calmly, "No, I'm not joking." She snaps, "Then how can you talk such nonsense?" He stays completely calm. She says, "It seems like you don't understand what I'm saying. Should I speak to you slowly? Maybe then you'll understand." The man says, "No, that's not necessary. However you speak, I can understand you." Loki thinks to himself that they want to know who he really is. How can I explain to her that the world I lived in, the friends I had, all my memories? Everything was left behind when I went into the tower. Inside the tower I met many new people and made new memories. And at the end of that tower I learned that all the companions I cleared it with are still alive in the Eartha, or realm. I always thought that when they died in fights they were actually dead, but it turned out to be false. Since leaving that tower, all those memories of mine have been fading. How can I explain all this to this girl? Even if I tell her, she might not understand. After thinking so much, Loki tells the girl, "I've lost all my memories." Upon hearing that, the girl makes a very cute face and says, "Oh, I see. It seems you got a deep wound on your head and lost your memory because of it." Then she suddenly shouts, "You bastard! Do you really think I'll believe your useless stories? You're making that innocent face and expecting me to fall for it. You're saying you forgot everything because your head was injured." Loki replies, "When did I ever say I had a head injury? I only said I don't remember anything." She says, "So are you an abyss warrior? Or are you someone even more special? Let me tell you. The abyss is like a higher dimensional world." Loki makes an odd face and thinks, "Now what do I tell her?" While he's thinking, his sword starts vibrating strangely. Seeing it move, Loki realizes his sword is hungry. He draws the sword, and as he pulls it out it suddenly transforms. Seeing the transformation, Loki reaches into his small inventory, maybe to pull out some stones or some other weapons. We see the girl in front of him shocked by Loki's dangerous weapon, thinking, "What is that? Is it some spirit weapon?" As he continues, we see Loki taking out many small weapons from his little pouch and feeding them to his weapon. Seeing Loki do this, the girl says, "Now I understand. He's not powerful himself. It's the weapon that's powerful. All this power is from his weapon, not from him." We also see everyone around them staring intensely at Loki. They all realize that Loki has a spirit weapon and think he's weak, but that the weapon itself is dangerous. Loki talks to his sword and says, "Now you're full, aren't you? Now return to normal." He doesn't even know what's happening here. The girl says, "I can't believe it. This bastard ruined my whole plan. I was going to use that wolf to have this man killed. This weak man came with his spirit weapon and ruined everything." Suddenly an idea hits her and she says, "Yes, this idea will work perfectly." The girl tells Loki, "Okay, I won't ask you more about yourself, but I do want to make you an offer, and you should know what I'm proposing." As she says this, the scene changes. Loki narrates. The girl says her name is Mino and she taught him a little about chaos and about the people here. She says these people belong to the Red Fox clan and are basically thugs. In plain terms, the girl named Mino wants Loki to kill these people for her, and she says they will soon try to kill her too. As Loki tells this, the scene shifts to night. The group's man says, "It's getting dark. We should set up camp quickly. If we wander at night, the horned wolves will wake up, so we should stop here." They set up camp. Our hero sits a little apart from them. He says, "I saw on the map there should be a village nearby." As he watches the particles playing around him, he captures one and it shatters. When he does this, Loki's body undergoes a change. He has undergone another awakening. This awakening is called understanding, meaning Loki now understands everything. He's begun to comprehend the system. Because of this awakening, he suddenly can hear the voices of the people around him. They're saying this strange man has no mana, so he might be weak. It seems that when he defeated the two-horned beast, it was the power of his weapon, not his own power. Someone nearby says, "Yes, you're right. To get a spirit weapon you must go to the abyss. You're talking about the branches of the tree of illusion." Loki listens from a distance and after hearing this says, "So that's why they let me join them. They'll be shocked when they find out my spirit weapon didn't come from the tree of illusions branch but from its roots, from the lower world." And the beast demon had said that his weapon was worthless, but these people are saying spirit weapons are very valuable. Still, Loki thinks his weapon isn't special at all and doubts anyone would try to take it. Also, he feels this place isn't the great real he wants to go to. As Loki speaks, the scene changes. We see many people running. Suddenly someone comes running out of the bushes straight toward Loki. It's Mino. Mino yells, "Run! What are you doing? Don't you know they're behind you? Where's your sword, the one you were feeding earlier? Use it. Kill them. Loki replies, the sword you're talking about isn't with me. I gave my sword to someone because he said he would stand guard at night and he has no weapon. Hearing this, Mino becomes furious. You idiot, you actually gave away your spirit weapon so easily. You're so foolish. Then the group's leader appears and laughs. You idiot. Thanks a lot for giving us that weapon. We see that this man has called many others from his group. Seeing this, Mino becomes angrier and says, these people really want to kill us, just for a weapon. Furious, Mino prepares for battle. Loki says, so finally I'll see this girl in action. I'll see her use her power. As he says this, the whole group charges to attack Mino and Loki. Seeing them coming, Mino strikes. Her shock attack is extremely dangerous. She throws her dagger so fast it hits 2 heads at once, killing them. A third man is struck squarely in the center of his head by Mino's dagger. In no time she kills 3 people at once. Taunting them, she says, sorry. Seems my little attack killed 3 of you. You really made me angry. Now my mind is broken and I won't leave any of you alive. She pulls out many more daggers and they all float in the air. She says she had been hiding her power for a long time, but they forced her to use it. Fine, now you will all be killed. Before showing the rest of the action scene, I want to explain something. Loki's second awakening, the one called understanding, lets him understand the system properly. Because of this awakening, he can now also read his enemies' minds.